With WebStorm, you can speed up the process of working with version control systems and even make it more engaging. Let's see how. First, we'll need to check out the project. If you just launched the IDE and stopped on its welcome screen, you can do it right from here. Just click on the Get from VCS button. We're going to use Git and GitHub for this demo. If you're going to use GitHub or GitHub Enterprise and haven't logged into either of them yet, you can do it right from this dialog. Now let's clone our repo. We can do it from the repository URL tab, or if we have this repo open on our GitHub, we can clone it right from the GitHub tab. When our project is cloned and opened, the IDE helpfully asks us if we want to run yarn install to install the project's dependencies. Now that we've cloned and set up our project, we can see it in the project tool window and open one of the project's files. What would happen if we make two changes to our existing lines in the file? First, next to the changed line, we see that the gutter has changed its color. These change markers emphasize adds, changes, and deletes. They also give a pop-up to operate on changes. Navigate between changes, roll back to change, and see the changed line in the diff viewer. The project tool window is the other place where changes are highlighted. We just modified this file, so it is now highlighted in blue. Any newly added files that have not been added to version control are shown in red. As you can see, the IDE automatically detects such files and suggests adding them to Git. Let's say we changed our mind and now we want to add this file to Git. We can right-click it, select Git from the context menu, and do it from there. Our file and the tab label are now green. This indicates that the file was added to Git. Now, what if we wanted to commit our changes? One of the ways to open the commit UI is to use this green checkmark button in the top right-hand corner of the IDE. Or you can also learn the dedicated shortcut for it, which is Command-K on macOS and Control-K on Windows Linux. We're now looking at the commit tool window, available starting from version 2020.1. From there, you can roll back selected changes, choose which files you want to commit, and use the diff viewer to see changes in each of the files in the change list. Unneeded files can be added to Git ignore using the corresponding action from the context menu available with a right click. You can also add a commit message, modify the latest commit of the current branch, apply some pre-commit checks like reformatting code, and review commit message history if it's available. Let's press the commit button to make a commit. Two things happened as we committed the modified files to the repo. First, the change markers disappeared in the gutter. Also, the files are no longer shown in a different color in the project tool window. We've seen how the IDE can help with commits. Let's take a look at working with the repository history using the dedicated Git tool window. First, let's find our latest commit in the commit history using the log tab. The Git tool window lets you do a few other things. You can, for example, review the details about previous commits and look through them. If we right-click a commit, we'll find a few other actions in the context menu, such as undoing a commit or squashing commits. If you're using the modal commit dialog, our previous UI for making commits, both the Git tool window and the commit UI will look a little bit different for you. The principles and all the actions, though, are pretty much the same. The main difference is that with this UI selected, local changes will be displayed under the Git tool window instead of a separate commit tool window. Now let's see how to create a new branch from master. First, we use update project to get any remote updates since we started working. We can choose between merging incoming changes into the current branch or rebasing the current branch on top of incoming changes. I'm going to do the merge. Great, no changes have been made, so we can go ahead and create a new branch from the master. Let's use the branches pop-up for that. I'm going to create a new branch from our remote master branch. Let's give this branch a name and then add it. If we look at the bottom right corner, we'll now see that we're on our newly created branch instead of the master branch. Let's make a small change real quick. This time, I'm going to commit and push the change. The IDE shows us that this will create a new branch on our remote. If needed, we can change the origin and the remote branch here as well. It's also possible to force a push, but we're not going to do it. Since we're done with the push, let's go to the Log tab under the Get Tool window to check out where we are now. We're a few steps ahead of master. Let's check out our master branch from here using the context menu. If we now want to merge our changes from the new See Also branch, we can right-click this branch and use the Merge into Current action. The IDE will perform the merge and let you know that we no longer need the See Also branch anymore, offering to delete it. When we delete this branch, we can also delete the remote one with it by clicking Delete Tracked Branch here. So this is how the IDE makes it easy for us to clean up unnecessary branches as we go. That's it for the introduction to working with version control systems in WebStorm. For more information, check out our documentation on this topic.